We're going to paint up at night. Nice. I wonder if she wasn't a good spot. I wonder if that's a better spot, or if I want my strongest person in there. Hey Miku, how you doing?
Here, kitty kitty.
Oh, I'm doing great too, man. Alright, that was fun. But I want something a little different. What do we want this time? I want to flex, have a little bit of flexibility. I like Gandalf though. I really like the top tier wizard. I like the idea of an offensive / defensive spike factory here. You know, it does a little bit of cleanup, but makes use of some of its spikes. Could be good in situations like this when she just doesn't quite keep up. I need to get something else in first though. Let's put you there. So double hit by Moabs. I like having the getting the snipers and cannons. I think to work really well. The snipers are good early too as well, because you get something that can do damage to stronger balloons around the map. But I think I'm going to go down the spike factory out here. Dude, you should have seen me in last week's Odyssey on that, in the final 10 waves of Adora's temple map. Oh man, I was so stressed. Like, that was a tough Odyssey. But I actually think that's where I'd prefer it to be at. I think if like medium and easy were tuned a little bit better, because easy was really easy. And a lot of people said medium was not really that much harder than most mediums, but the hard difficulty was easily the hardest Odyssey I played. So it was a good challenge to overcome. But yeah, I think if they just ramped medium up a little bit more and stuff like that, and then had the Odysseys kind of like that every week, it'd be the best thing ever. I want to get nice fast production out since we're using these offensively. I want to get some out there. Get an alchemist on him. Spike Factory is one of the strongest you can place. One of the biggest issues though is if you've got it at the end of your track and it's sitting there not doing anything, you increase your potential to be overrun, because every time a set of attacks despawns, that's like missing shots. Right? You put money into poor performance. Whereas I like having one in a situation like this where you do get to be on the offensive and have a little bit just in case. Because the spikes are really great value, right? Right, they absorb a lot of hits. And they're universal, right? They hit anti-magic, they hit camo. Once you get up, if you take white hot spikes, they take down lead. Why does it matter if it's pure defense? Because there's a maximum number you can have, and the next one they spit out deletes the first one. No, if it's regrow, it's not as bad because the regrows die before they, like, without regrowing, so you actually save pops on that one. Oh, but anything that you have shot. Yeah, so that's the only way it can be bad, because otherwise if you put money into a... Now, that being said,
We're ready.
She can only hit balloons that are within her influence circle. You effectively can hit balloons that are outside your influence circle because you're putting stuff on the ground ahead of time. So there is a little bit of a trade-off with that, but then you have other units that don't have a limited range, like helicopters, never miss planes, snipers, anything that has like really good map coverage can have a better chance against it. 2-5 is interesting because the spikes are permanent. Well, they still despawn as well though if you have too many. And what's interesting is they don't despawn in terms of I'm almost certain that it's not when you get maximum range. I'm pretty sure they have a timer and they despawn, because we had in the apocalypse yesterday, we had it kind of like here, and even though we're destroying a bunch at the front, we were seeing some of them despawn off the back end when there was clearly not maximum spikes, which was great for our offense. That was good, but then it was thinning our defensive ones when we're getting in trouble. At any rate, though, I need to... There we go, do that. It doesn't tell you anywhere, but Taxone defeats lead. This one doesn't, because it's not a Taxone. I found that out. What do I want to put down? Probably want to think about that. I do have a Moab coming up. And it's double hit point Moabs. Might be Sniperino time.
Get the big one. Good killing.
What other games do I play? I've been playing a fair bit of Genshin off stream, just doing the dailies and grinding up characters. Have in the past played a lot of roguelikes. I should be checking out Curse of the Dead Gods at some point. I'm hoping we'll have time today to have a quick look. I want to look at Vault of the Void as well. Just a quick look. I don't think I can wait for that one. Man, if we could wait for Taxone, that would be great. I don't like farms? Correct, I don't like farms. How you doing, Gru? Yeah, I could put an out on it right now to get lead straight away, and it'll make them faster, and both of these guys faster as well. I wonder if the Alk will hit all of that without hitting Azili. Well, it will, but if it gets in the if it gets housed, it might hit Azili as well. I don't really want it to hit a Zealy? Let's do that. Do I want that hitting camo? I think that's not bad. Plus the grow blocker there is a pretty good spot for it. Hit primary training since that's a primary unit. I almost want to hit mentor training as well, just for the extra range. It probably doesn't need extra range. It's always going to have balloons ticking off. Unless we want to push the house to a deal. And having the house as a deal is pretty good. But I'd probably do that later. I still think the Alk on there is okay. And as long as... Oh, except the Alk will then hit the house as well. I guess that's when we could just put a second Alchemist down. Yeah, the extra range is pretty big, but you don't need it since we're almost always triggering balloons anyway. Like, the balloons are triggering and the spikes will hit to there. We'll probably get there eventually, though.
Get the big one! Good kitty!
Buff can hit the village when it gets to a tier 5 top row, yeah. Is it better at 420 or 401? 401 will keep more units buffed. So a 401, like a 420 is better. I don't know if it's better for one or if with only 2 units it's better. But if you've got 3 units, you want to keep the uptime higher. So 2 alchemists with a village and drums, I think, or maybe just a plain village, I can't remember. We'll keep 5 units up almost full time. Whereas 1 with a village, it's a fairly high uptime, but most of the time, like, one of these will be missing it. Like, it's missing it now, and then it's just got it. And then this one's gone down, and then it's just got it. And this is missing it now, and now it's got it. Find 4-2 better? It's just numbers. Sometimes some people think 80 is better than 85. Sometimes other people understand that 85 is higher. This comes down to what setup you've got. But if you've got 1 unit, a 420 is definitely better. I can't remember if 2 is better with a 420 or not. So we can push that up to... What are we waiting on? Ah, Sniper's like holding the BFB. We can push the spike mines up, but we haven't really been struggling with this. So I think I'd rather be more offensive and wait for tax zone. Not that we seem to be struggling with that either. That's a really short path though we're killing on.
Much like
that's not so short. You know. Some rows are better than others, I guess. Do we get more money for that if I use the Moab ability? Or just, is it no spawns? But yeah, the money's for them though. It's fine. It's fine. I'll probably upgrade that one next instead of the... I mean, the house is a really good upgrade. The house, look at it, the tax zone's already hitting a ton of them. The issue is the trigger time, because it'll still only trigger, like that's with Alchemist. It'll only trigger if a balloon's inside here, but it hits a lot further. So that will buff it up a bit, but it's only that one. The last one doesn't have that, does it? Yeah, it's only more popping power, which is really good. I think I will go for the house. I think just the house. Well, depends. Do I think we? Like, I'm pretty confident we win this. It's whether we get the insta monkey or not. And I don't think the house will help get the insta monkey. Free upgrades make things like dual or more spikes readily cheap. Not really. It's only low budget upgrades. It does early game if you're pushing that and you're going to be spamming a lot of them. X-Blue is 2k. Yeah. So it pays for itself. Well, it gets a good return, I guess. It's probably a better way of doing it. Hey Sean, how you doing, man? It's more so whether I think the whether I'm going to need the spike. I think yeah, if I need the spikes for DDTs, or if I think the house will clean those up. I don't think the house hits fast enough. I think I'd rather have the spikes up. Although the tax zone benefits, and it hits them. And that could be indecision, right? Probably split the difference, get that one, then get the spikes. I'd have to have another alchemist if I push the house up as well. So that's a big cost loss. Ice or glue is go-to. They're both very strong. Yeah. Glue has a much more noticeable early track You know, you can play the glue in the early game and you can see it doing stuff. Am I up for a challenge? No, I'm doing my black border today. I'm not doing any challenges.
Very nice.
But I don't think I'll be doing challenges again. I think the last few times that I've caved and thought, you know what, I'll do some challenges. It's just been an all-around terrible experience to stream.
Be careful, Smudge.
Pretty much. I think also it's people see that there's a lot of long-term viewers that both understand a little bit of the nuances to what's good and what's not when it comes to sort of brainstorming. And then there's just some people that if they know the answer, they know that they really shouldn't be part of the brainstorm at all and are happy enough to sit back. And most of the time those people don't even offer tips or anything to sort of suggest helping out. They're just like, I know the answer straight up, I don't want to sort of lean that way. Which is great, because then it leaves everyone else who's trying to work it out, you know, collab on it. Hey Balthus, that's why you're a lurker, you know all the answers? Well, I mean, you are the greatest mind in the history of galaxy brains. That's undeniable. Undisputed. I'm just curious to see what this does. Not planning on seriously trying to put upgrades or other units to get there. I'm just benchmarking. Yeah, so I think what happens is a lot of people, and as we've discussed, a lot of people in Bloons community especially, might have something to do with the number of trips around the sun. They want to, you know, express their knowledge of how to do solutions. I am well. How are you doing, man? Okay, so everything is, except for that, everything is maxed up, and I don't think we're going to be taking that.
Yes.
And Azili. Man, she levels so slowly. Do you need to, like... Is she a totem leveler? Is that what we need to be doing? Oh, it drains 10 lives. No, okay. Bored to death by Veem training. What's Veem training?
Attack, Sludge! Attack!
What is the what's the talk on the accompaniment to the perma-spike upgrade? White hot or even faster? I mean, obviously even faster means you can replenish your supplies sooner, I guess. But if they truly are last line of defense, you probably don't need to replenish them as fast, right? But how much damage is White Hot actually going to do? I think I would lean into a 205. Can't be a 2x5 chroma, it has to be 205. Well, I suppose in that case X could represent 0, but it indicates it could be any number. Go 2.5 with MIB. That seems like an extraordinary waste of money for your very last line of defense. I mean, if it's already in range of an MIB. Although I think, from what, you know, the number of times people go, you need to have banks and you need to use MIBs. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using an MIB later on today. But I don't think you need banks and MIBs.
Be careful, Smudge! Very.
Monkey in black. It's the third in the mid path of a village.
Good kitty! Attack, Smudge! Attack! Good kitty!
I'm pretty sure this doesn't get past 95. So if I want to, I'd have to put something else in. As I said, I'm just benchmarking because I wanted to see what this setup would achieve. 025 with ALK. Oh yeah, because with an ALK could get lead, and that's much cheaper than an MIB.
Be careful, Smudge! Good kitty!
The White Hot does let you get DDTs, like that'd be a nice big pile there, wouldn't it? Should we put someone out to see how well it does the next wave, or should we leave it? What do you want to do, chap? What do you want me to do? Oh, 5-2. Yeah, you'd have to put it somewhere though where they weren't going to get completely taken out. Build a farm. Might be a little late for that to... Kinda works. I could build another spike factory. I'm kind of happy just to see what happens, actually, and if we get enough money, we'll benchmark that up. We could just let the sniper on first take them out. That was gross. Putting a Moab sniper on first. Oh, we're dead there. Too much too much ceramics. Who's on first? What's on second? Where's third? Oh, I could have upgraded the sniper there too. He would have absolutely massacred. That's all right. That's what benchmarking's for. We did it though. Well over.